Hello, my name is John Oliver. Today is January the 22nd, 2012. I'm in my apartment in Dallas. Let you read this slide and give you a little bit of a background. Preaching Calendar Plus, Part A. There's 5 parts, A, B, C, D, E. Subtitle: Adapt these concepts to better plan and prepare local church ministry. I had done this as all 5 parts as a brown bag seminar back 2 years ago. Look at the numbers here. These other ones I'd done: 500, 300, 1900 for this, 200, 300, 300, 300, 200, 900, 300. Just want to say I got way more hits on this than the other ones. So that's why I'm going to go back and redo this. But I'm going to do it in little chunks, little small bits. This first one's the longest one to give kind of an introduction, orientation, background, sense of what this is about. And then you may want to go back to the other ones and the more the meat. This is kind of like the frame, the context in which all these other fit. Preaching Calendar is a planning tool basically to help a pastor or preacher to plan 1 to 5 years, typically 1, maybe 2 years. I'm going to suggest up to 5 years, and you'll understand why later. And sketch it out beyond a year or so to be reviewed and revised each year. To be changed, just put it in pencil, no big deal. Put it online. It's just ones and zeros. It can be changed, but also to consider how you weave it in with other online, offline options, and you'll see what I mean about that as we go along. Audiences for this video are church planters, missionaries, senior pastors, elders, deacons, Sunday school directors. A lot of people that may come here are members of the church. They're to plan this, but I appreciate your prayers and considerations for those who are in your church leadership, that they would think big in these contexts and these discipleship paradigms, and also especially they would enroll and use the online more effectively in the coming years. Purposes of this is to inspire and instruct and guide and exhort, stir up in love and good works, give vision, game plan, to shoot at the bigger picture, long term, make disciples, online also, lending library. I'll do a whole lot about that much later. To delegate, have a higher quality message and leadership. I've heard too often from pastors is that they finish a series of sermons, let's say on Peter, they go, well, not sure what I'm going to do next. Maybe I'll go and do Luke. Maybe we'll go back and do Hosea. Do a whole series. This is a Bible church world. But they're not thinking globally. The people that are with them for a long time, that's fine. I'm saying, you'll see in a minute, and I'm more of a topical guy too, so you can hate me already if you want to, but you may come to appreciate it. If you haven't got a prejudice about that, then don't get one. Sorry being snide, but there's two. Anyway, we'll move forward. So you have biblical mandates. And I say this is principally to the pastoral leadership, but also I think it involves the elders or deacons, whatever you call those, other lay leaders or leadership, to feed the lambs, feed the sheep, tend the sheep, to lay a foundation of essential doctrines, basic theology, spiritual disciplines, to equip the members for the work of ministry, which is going to include for them to understand prayer, personal prayer, intercession for others, Bible study methods, apologetics, community service, giving, witnessing, disciple making, all those kinds. It's a humongous assignment the Bible gives to churches. And so that's why this is a planning tool to help them to grapple with it. And in grappling with it, they don't have to limit themselves just to the few minutes on Sunday. But the web can help them if they think clearly and act courageously and experiment. What works, what doesn't work, just stick with what works. No big deal. Notice the trends. Most church members are online during the week. Not all of them, I know that, but most are. In the future, more people will be, and they'll be there longer. The businesses, the schools, everybody wants to go online. If you're going to teach and reach the younger generation, you've got to be online, or you're going to lose them. They're going to go, oh well, goodbye. That's just a fact. So the trends are to online. Lift up your eyes. Jesus said, lift up your eyes. Who feels the wide in the harvest? I want this message to lift up your eyes, to see what you can do. You can record messages just for online. Use a computer microphone like I'm doing, the webcam, the church camera, the keyboard to write like blog entries. Use a screencast. That's what this is, screencast. I'm using Screencast-O-Matic. It's my favorite. There's a lot of other ones out there that cost a little bit of money. Camtasia and other ones. All opportunities. Go beyond the sermons. Do a podcast, maybe a weekly podcast. It could be devotional, it could be leadership, it could be on marriage, it could be on whatever, archaeology, anthropology, whatever you're really, really good at. Do some podcasting. Or answer tough questions, or there's lots of possibilities. Again, it's web-only messages. So why should the associate pastor prepare a message for a group 10, 12, 20, 100? And why is that not recorded, put online too, along with the senior pastor's Sunday big sermon? I mean, the web the costs now are negligible to put online, or practically free to put online, audio and video. And let your lay leaders, let your Sunday school teachers, your lay leaders, put them online. And then, gosh golly, go dip in and see what they're teaching, how they're teaching. They might need encouragement or correction or direction. Who knows? Put on recommended books, DVDs, websites. I mean, surely, what are the books? If you have somebody in your counseling chamber and they're considering getting married, or their marriage having trouble, or considering adoption, or they're asking questions about apologetics or about prayer or spiritual warfare, what books do you recommend in person? Put that list online. You're ashamed to put a list of books online or DVDs. And I would really tilt toward DVDs these days. I think more people hit DVDs. I do, certainly. Our websites. I mean, would you point to Focus on the Family? I hope so. Or Probe Ministry, or lots of other ones out there. What sites do you most recommend? Be real. Your people are online, so let them go to places that you know they're going to get good things. Ravi Zacharias, or what are your favorites? Who are your favorite sermons? I mean, help people. Interact. You can create forums. You can have guarded support groups online with passwords. You got Google Hangouts, a little less protected, but you can secure certain measures there. Chats at scheduled times. Ning Community, ning.com. Oh my gosh, that's great. I'm active at 3 Ning communities. They're wonderful. I might just dip in there for a few minutes a week, a few minutes a month, but it's an online group. There's specialty. One's in education, one's in video, and one is in, I just went blank. One's in writing, creative writing. And VoiceThread, that's a wonderful service for commenting and teaching and leadership training. Oh, that's just wonderful. So these things I want you to think about. To engage with them through interactions. So to let the people interact with you and your members between services. To create little mini micro communities for your Sunday school classes, for your small groups, for prayer warriors, for youth. OnTheCity.org, that is their genius. They are really, really, really good at that, creating micro communities within the context of the bigger church. They're wonderful, and so I really suggest going to them. Next steps, go to online ministry, learningonlineministry.org for guidelines, practical applications, and valuable links. That's all. Thank you for your time.